did I just get a positive pregnancy test? Story time. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, welcome, and if you're coming back for another video, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be doing a story time of how I found out about my pregnancy. I actually have been wanting to do this story time for quite some time, but I was so reluctant because I feel like I'm not very good with confiding in personal stuff, and I didn't know if I can put this story time together in an interesting way, but I'm gonna try to do it. And probably if you're watching this, I decided let me put it down. About over 2 years ago, I found out I'm pregnant, and it was the most, like, it came as a surprise to a certain extent, obviously. And now I'm not gonna be mentioning names, but obviously we know that pregnancy, 2 people, a boy and a girl, and this and that. But let's get into the juicy stuff of how everything happened. So this happened in 2017. That's when I found out I was pregnant, and in May. So what happened is, so the guy, I'll give the guy a name. So in 2017 I had known this guy for about 3 years, but in 2016 we broke up. Yeah, we broke up, like we stopped talking. We broke up in 2016 in October. So we hadn't been talking for like October, November, December, January, February, March. For 5 months we were not talking. And then I remember it was March and it was my birthday. I went on a weekend away in Sun City with my friends, and after that we went to Pretoria. We slept in Pretoria. So when I got to Pretoria, I was like, oh, I'm in Pretoria and I miss this guy, or I miss Moboy, you know. So I call Moboy, and Moboy is around, and I see Moboy, and then like boom, you know, boom. Yeah, I'll call it boom. The dance, yeah, boom. And then that was the first boom. So the following week Moboy came. So at that time, now in 2017, I had moved from Cape Town to Kimberley. So he came to Kimberley and for a weekend, and obviously boom, the dance. Weekend, boom, the dance. So that was the last week of March, I remember. Then we were going into April. So in April, so my date, my periods, my monthly cycle, they always came around the 16th. Yeah, 15, 16 to the 20th. Yeah, mid-month, like that. So the last dance I had was the last week of March, ne? And then the 15th, 16th April, I went on my periods. So even after the dance, so I was like that person, because of long distance relationships, I was not consistent with my, actually I was not on contraceptives, let me not lie. So every time if me and him had like the dance, and I knew something can go wrong, I would go and get a pill, that like the what do they call it, the morning after pill. I'd get a morning after pill. But like that weekend, it slipped, like it literally slipped. I forgot on Monday. Then next thing, I was on my periods. So when I went on my periods, I was like, your girl is safe, we're not pregnant, like life can move on, you know. That was in April, mid-April. Then fine, life goes on. Then around the 20-something of April, we went to a wedding. My cousin was getting married, and then I first went to Joburg, and then again the boom. And then we got back to Kimberley. My cousin was also staying in Kimberley, so we got back to Kimberley, and then I started having acne. My face started having acne. Like I started looking like a Bow-One chocolate, guys. Like literally, I was somebody who didn't have like problems with my skin. Like I'd just use Gentle Magic and then I'll be fine. But like I'd see like how my skin was breaking out, and I would change I remember like then as we went into May, I would change. The first week was okay, Gentle Magic is not working. Then I'd move to Garnier. From Garnier I'd move to Pond's every week. From Pond's, and then I say, because the Gentle Magic soap is very good for oily skin, and I have oily skin, so then I'd go back to Gentle Magic. And then my last move was, I remember I wanted to go to the dermatologist, and then I asked this other lady who I had on WhatsApp, and she works with skin stuff and all of that, and I asked her, my skin has really been bad these days, like I'm getting pimples, like it's breaking out, it's even more oily, like it's even disgusting me, what should I do? And then she was like to me, get Eucerin. I was like, Eucerin, it's so expensive, but like I couldn't stand my skin, you know. So I went to get Eucerin, and like I thought it's gonna work, but it didn't work. It literally didn't work. Like, I remember the thing about Eucerin as well, I didn't like the smell. I felt like it smelled bad. The lotion, like the lotion, the cream, I felt like it smelled so bad, you know. That was my last try with skin stuff, was also around mid-May. And then like guys, that month I even went broke from changing stuff for my face and all that. So those other day, I remember it was the 24th of May. I was sitting in the office, and then I was just, I don't know, maybe I was just overthinking, and then I was like, when did I last go on my periods? Then it started kicking in that this month, girl, you haven't been on your periods. So the thing with me is that I don't let my periods skip for 1 month, 2 months and all that. The first month, then I start getting worried, Miguel, something is wrong, you know. So it was the 24th, and I know by that time I'm already done with my periods, and like my periods were not need. I'm like, get text some boy, get a dude, it's the 24th today and I haven't been on my periods. And for me to text him, you know, it was just me just trying to get some light. Maybe I'll get a text from him saying, no, don't worry, or no, maybe they're still coming, you know, something like that. But the response I got from him was, go to the doctor. I was like, go to the doctor? What do you mean go to the doctor? Like, I just started overthinking, and mind you, I'm broke, but tomorrow is payday. But I felt like the 25th was so I was like, let me go to Clicks and get a pregnancy test using my loyalty points. So in Kimberley, like, my office, the shops and where I stayed, like, they were like not far. It was like 10 minutes, you know. I was like, let me quickly go to Clicks. I got a pregnancy test. From there I went to my place. So when I got to my place, my brother was there. I was staying with my brother there. My brother was there. He was even with his friend. Like, I was even like, what the hell is happening? And as I came in, they went out. So I went into the bathroom. So in the bathroom, there is a glass that we put our toothbrush, Colgate, yeah, the glass, you know. So I couldn't find anything anywhere, like a plastic bottle. I couldn't find, like, I couldn't even think that far to the kitchen. So I used that. I peed on that. So I read the instructions on the pregnancy test very careful, because I had only one and I was broke and I needed to see the results today, you know. So I peed on the glass, and then I put the glass on the basin, and then I put the pregnancy test, and then I put it out, and then I left it on the basin, and then I finished off my pee because it was a lot. And then only after that, then I realized that I've also been peeing a lot, you know. So I peed. After I peed, so I take the glass of my pee and then the pregnancy test at the same time. And then when I like, it didn't even take 5 minutes. On the instructions, they say it takes about 5 minutes. Wait for about 5 minutes. After I had peed, which didn't really take even 1 minute, like, it was two two clear lines, like a very, very clear. They were not lying. There was not a faint one. They were like, it was very clear that, girl, you are positive. And then I was like, yo, what just happened? So I take this glass of my pee and then I put it in the toilet. But I was so shocked. I don't know what happened. The glass broke. Did I just get a positive pregnancy test? Like, I wasn't expecting to be seeing a positive pregnancy test, you know. So I take a picture of it, you know how we roll. So I take the picture of it, especially to Mogai. I didn't want to send Mogai text, I'm pregnant, you know. I feel like it was so long. So I take a picture and then I send it to him. I'm like, I just did a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant. I think he was at work. I don't remember where he was. His reaction was like, are you serious? You mean I'm going to be a parent? Like, stuff like that. Same things that I was also thinking, like, I'm going to be a parent. Like, I'm not ready to be a parent. So quick, what happened? Like, so the next day, immediately I went to the doctor. I think for me, I wanted to confirm it, but it was, everything just started adding up. Even that day when I went to sleep, I started getting sick. Like, the sickness, you can feel the nuisances, like the toilet, going to pee constantly. So when I got to the doctor, I told the doctor, I did a pregnancy test yesterday and it came out positive. And then he was like, so what do you want to do? I kept quiet because I didn't know how to answer him. He says to me, you want to keep it? And then I was like, yeah. And then he was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do another pregnancy test. When was your last period? And then I think, oh yeah, maybe the reason he wanted to know what I want to do is that after that, then he did a pap smear. He took me some blood tests, and my first trimester was horrible. Firstly, you're still trying to accept your pregnancy. Second of all, I did think of abortion. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did think, like, I'm not ready to be a parent. Like, most of the times that was my reason. I'm not ready to be a parent, but for the most part was to protect myself, maybe from church, so that I don't miss church, was to not disappoint people, it was like those reasons. And then I felt like, you know what, I am not going to protect people, because at the end of the day I was going to feel the guilt probably for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna go ahead with my pregnancy. I'm gonna keep it, and that was it. That was me. I kept it private for about 3 months, even before I told my parents, because I went through a lot mentally in my first trimester, and by the time everybody knew, I was healed. Whenever people felt like they were judging me, mainly judging me, is why I'm saying judging me, because I was a church girl. I went to like, my life was church, literally work, church, work, church. So I was a well-known church goer. I participated in church activities. I grew up in church. So for the most part, you feel like church people now, they are going to judge you because the things you've been doing in the dark are out. So the last thing that just confirmed and stamped that I need to enjoy and accept my pregnancy. I remember I got a call from my dad after I have told them that, like, they didn't talk to me for about a week or so, and then he called me and he was like, you know what, we're very disappointed in you for this pregnancy, but you are old enough, you're working, and don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Accept everything. We're here for you. Anything you need. Don't be scared to come home and all that. And I just thought, you know what, let the life begin. You know, when you're pregnant in the first maybe trimester, you don't post anything. You're so quiet. People probably only see your face, your selfies. And at that time, I didn't even take selfies because my skin was just going through stuff. So I wasn't posting anything. Only when I started coming out, people people were like, wow, that's why you're so quiet. Accepted everything, and my daughter was born in January on the 1st in 2018. She weighed 4.2 kilograms and she was a C-section baby. And from then I feel like everything just added up. She is the best thing that has ever happened to the both of us as parents, and she has changed our lives so much. And I feel like it was meant to be. I feel like it was meant to be. Only when you are here, like, you realize that that thing was literally meant to be. So I feel like my video is gonna get very long. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and all that. I will see you guys in my next upload.